Year to all Bagwandu all over the world. How is everyone doing? As we are knee deep in the first season of our African calendar year. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? I have some great news. I have great news. So gather around, gather around. Let's see how many people we can get on Ninja Nimara. It's been so long. I am happily hidden here in, in South Africa. I am not back in the United States as yet, but molweni, how's everyone? Emakhosini, busisiwe, ninjani, nyanbona nonke. Thank you so much. I know this is unannounced and I know that it might be a little early in the day, but I really wanted to get this message out. Yebo, ukhona uthi gogo ninjani niyaphila kodwa niphilile emakhosini ithi uncamane 80 siyabonga. Thank you guys so much. Oop, the numbers are going up. This is great. I want to share with you when you are all here so that nobody misses on this amazing news. Siyabonga uthi you're so beautiful gogo. Yes, thanks to TikTok filters. Thanks to TikTok filters, I am fully made up for the occasion. Ni right, God. It's so nice to be back here with you guys. I miss it when I'm not able to come and chat with you guys. But I just wanted to do a really quick one. We will resume our teachings in full force when I'm back in the States because when I'm out here, there are other things that I work on and it can be a bit challenging. But once I'm back home, we'll get into our routine. I know I promised a story time on YouTube. The YouTube people are waiting. It's been a minute. But I really wanted to come. First and foremost, I want to update some things for you guys. Now, for those of you in the United States who have access to the African calendar, right? The English version of the African calendar, through Barnes and Nobles. Our Barnes and Nobles link is down at the moment. However, you can get your African calendar on lulu.com. If you go in my bio right here on my page, you will see a link tree. In the link tree, you will see a section where it says links. If you press on that, all the links that are relevant to the great empire of Kemet are there, including lulu.com. Now, Africans all over the world, you can purchase your African calendar on lulu.com very easily. Those of you who are in South Africa, it's even easier. You can purchase through gekmovement.org. If you go on there, you should be able to get your English or your Zulu version of the African calendar. Now, I got to tell you something. Many people did get the calendar. And then the next big question was, now we have the calendar. We want more. We want to learn more. And I'm here to announce to you that the Kemet University of Truth, in honor of Bab Credo Mutwa, is open for registration. Boo, 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 boo. This is super exciting. The university has been 2 years in the making. It was a dream of Ubab Credo, who is our grandmaster, who is our father, who is our grandfather, who is our ancestor. It was a dream of his for a university to be created that would teach African people education and knowledge based on African philosophy. A university that would teach us about our Africanness, right? Universities, as we know them currently, everything that is taught there is based on Western philosophy, which has absolutely nothing to do with us. And Western philosophy is very empty because everything that is Western philosophy, including their mathematics, their science, their biology, their anatomy, physiology, their medicine, their astronomy, is really based on what is already manifest in the physical. Whereas African philosophy has that beautiful added dimension that is spiritual and an understanding that everything starts on the causal plane. Everything starts in the spiritual realm before it manifests into the physical, right? It's about understanding the laws that govern the universe and understanding that when you're looking at a carrot, there's certain frequencies and energies that have come together on a spiritual or causal level in order for this carrot to be manifest. So your carrot is a gross form of what is already spiritual, which is a lighter version. It's all this understanding that we are spirit first before we are manifest as human. So I am super excited to tell you this. In order to register, what you need to do is you need to go on gekmovement.org. When you get there, you will see the page that will lead you to the university and where you can register. Now, the reason I'm going to encourage you to get this calendar, please get the calendar, is because there are classes that are going to be based on an in-depth look at the calendar. Like I say, many of you, I've had several people say, I brought the calendar and everything, but really there's some things in there I don't quite understand. Well, that's because the calendar compresses into a practical daily guide for living. Many of you who have it will know this. However, in order for you to understand the wholeness, you also have to understand the African creation story. You have to understand even how things came to be manifest here on earth. So it becomes important to supplement by attending class. Attend class, guys. Class is in session. And so, yeah, I am super, super excited, as you can tell. I'm always excited by spiritual things. So again, just please make sure you get this right. Go right here in my bio. You'll see the link tree. Click on links. You'll see the link for Barnes & Nobles. Forget it. Go to lulu.com and you can order a copy of your African calendar. It actually doesn't take very long to arrive. I know people in the islands. I had somebody in the Bahamas. Hers took longer, but that's because really shipping things from the US is always difficult. But eventually, 2 weeks out at most, you will have your calendar. And classes will start 2 weeks from about now, about 2 weeks, right? I think it starts on the 4th. So you've got ample time to register. Now, I want to address some things that I know that the diaspora will question, which is when classes start, they will be happening at 7 p.m. South Africa time. And I know that for a lot of people in the diaspora, especially in the Northern Hemisphere, that's an awkward time for you to take time out of your day, out of work to attend class. However, classes are going to be recorded, so you can actually access the class teaching after the fact, right? So the classes are going to be recorded, they're going to be there, and you can access these classes as and when you have an opportunity to. So this is not a brick and mortar kind of situation where you have to be present at the class or you miss it altogether. They are going to be recorded, so you can then go in and you can catch up and so on. And so the classes are in modules, and I think one module leads into the other. So for example, you can't go and mass register for all the classes because you have to have a certain proficiency in one module or one set of classes in order for you to pass on to the next set of classes. Does that make sense? So yes, let's attend school. Let's jog those old brains. It'll be a different experience, I believe, because while again Western teachings and Western philosophy focuses so much on what is linear and logic and logic and logic, you will find that African philosophy is more spiral. Just like the Fibonacci frequency and creation, it is going to sometimes require that you suspend logic in order for you to hear, feel, see, taste, smell, whatever it is that you're supposed to experience, right? During the classes or after the classes. So I'm super, super excited for this news. I hope you're as excited as I am. Please share this information out with your friends. I'm going to put this recording, I'm going to put it on all our socials, on YouTube and everywhere else, so that you guys can freely share it. I know it's hard to share now because once the live is gone, this app here doesn't save it automatically. It saves it in my back office. Then I'll download it and I'll go and put it up for you. But otherwise, I hope everybody's doing well in this first season, the season of Asa, the green god. This is the season of renewal. I hope you are all feeling renewed and revived and replenished and ready to tackle the year ahead. I also hope that this is the time where you are really working very hard on your projects and your businesses so that you can launch them. We are still in the period of launching, right? Launching meaning starting something new. And it will grow rapidly because we're also in the season of rapid growth. That's why you see the trees now are getting leaves. We're seeing blossoms coming in. We're seeing new grass coming in. It is that season. So maximize on the prevailing energy to do the things that you're supposed to do. And then you will see what a difference it makes in your life, because timing is everything. You will hear this a billion times. Timing is everything. And so if you get aligned with our calendar, especially even if you're in the diaspora, and I think you've heard Mkulu say this often, that your spiritual umbilical stump is buried on the continent. You are connected to the continent. And so this calendar applies to you. We are not Northern Hemisphere beings, right? And so as long as you're melanated, you're connected to the continent, and therefore, yes, you can partake in all our rituals, our festivals, and they are ours. And when I say ours, I mean yours and mine. This does not exclude any nine ether being anywhere in the world. And this calendar is our great unifier, right? We are uniting outside politics and religion so that we can become who we were always meant to be. And so that we can lead the entire world out of this darkness that is currently engulfing it. I'm sure you guys know of what's going on. I don't want to mention names, but there's a lot of rot that's being unearthed. You guys see that? We are in the age of Ma'at, and everything that is hidden will come to light. There's nothing that is not going to come to light. So, buckle your seatbelts, prepare to be wooed and awed and everything else by all the revelations that are going to be coming out. It's unfortunate that a lot of the revelations are negative, but then again, we needed to know what reality we've been living in without actually knowing we're living in it. Isn't that amazing? We've just kind of been like sheep. We've been like sheep being led to the slaughter and walking there with a big smile on our face without realizing that on some level we've been partaking in a system that is so rotten and so devoid of anything that is moral or ethical or just, that now that we know this and now that we have a way out of it, we really ought to take that opportunity so that history will judge us in terms of which side we end up on, right? As nine ether beings, we really are going to have to be the moral compass of the world, as you can see. And that is going to involve everybody doing some deep introspection, because everything really starts with the self, right? It's going to require you doing some deep introspection about how you're showing up in the world, right? And then as we all do this introspection and improve ourselves and how we show up in the world, then we form that collective that is in line and in alignment with Ma'at. Because really this is the season of Ma'at. And misalignment with Ma'at, you're not going to get very far. And no one is policing anyone else. No one is watching you and what you're doing. But rest assured that Spirit sees you. Rest assured that these frequencies, these energies, these neteru are watching you and they see you. Your own ancestors are seeing you. So be your own policeman, Be your own policeman, Activate the anpu or the discernment in you, that conscience that will allow you to make correct decisions. And what looks correct to you may not be correct for the next person. But always remember the confessions of Ma'at, which really basically are saying, do no harm. So if you are aligning with Ma'at yourself, understand that your aligning with Ma'at also affects the alignment of the collective. Because as nine ether beings, we're very much connected. And I think this is something that we really need to sit with and understand really deeply how connected we are. In other words, what hurts one hurts us all, right? In other words, if one of us is not free, then none of us are free, right? So your struggle really is my struggle, whether I like it or not. And my struggle, whether you like it or not, is your struggle. So if we start to kind of sometimes just think about these things and then, you know, just fan outward, get that bigger picture outlook, I think we will go very far, very quickly too, because we're moving in the right direction. But maybe it will speed up, you know, how we get to where we need to get to as Bagwantu. So it's great to be back, and I would love to know what's been going on with you guys, how things have been going. I'm not going to invite anyone on because those videos that I invite people on are very difficult to save, and because of the important message that was in here, I'm probably going to break off now. But since you know me, I like I love things. You may see me a little later on. I may just show up so that we can have a chit chat, and then maybe I can bring people on, because one of the things I would love to do is for the people who were at Inzalo Yelanga, the people who came to celebrate the new year with the collective. I would love to know what your experiences were. Just so that we share together as a family. So how about I say I can come back here, say at 4 p.m. South Africa time. Does that work? 4 p.m. South Africa time. I can be back here at that time. And so, yeah, if you keep that in mind, and if you know people who are in Zaloelanga, who are willing to share the story, please do come and we can have that conversation. It would be absolutely, absolutely fantastic. Other than that, guys, love you and leave you. I'm going to post this over on our socials. So if you think you missed anything, in fact, if you came in late, you missed a whole lot. So I'm going to post it. Go check it out and get the information you need. But yes to Kemet University of Truth. Bob Credo's dream come true. And I just want to say a special thank you to Mkhulu Nsingiza, Great Empire of Kemet, for the dedication, 20 plus years of sheer dedication, of pulling and pushing and pushing, and just for the sheer love that Mkhulu Nsingiza has for the Black family. I don't know anyone else who exhibits that kind of love. Anyone whether they are spiritual or whether they are, well, forget the politicians, but anyone in a position of leadership has, to me, not yet demonstrated this amazing love for the Black family. And not just a love that is superficial, or a love that is circumstantial, or a love that just ends in words, but a love in action. So, Mkhulu Nsingiza, we want to say thank you. I speak on behalf of all of us. Thank you so much for the work that you've done over the years. And we are here to benefit from all that work. And the world will benefit from this work. Undoubtedly. Diaspora, like I said, you too can go and register. And yeah, let's get going. This is it. It's revolution time. Thokozeni, love you lots.